Hey guys, this is Dragon Monk Goku bringing you a budget deck review. So this is kind of a deck I made on the ride home actually, and it's a Royal Paladin deck, and I was just kind of thinking, Royal Paladin builds can get pretty pricey, depending on if you're trying to get a hold of your Alfreds, or if you're trying to build Soul Saver. So I just had a couple trial decks lying around, and I just felt like throwing them together, seeing what I could build. And there's some kind of neat things going on, and might change your view on a few cards we have. So let's start with the trigger lineup. For the triggers, we have 3 stands, 3 draws, and 6 crits, and 4 heals. This will give us an offensive build, and the 3 draws are nice because this particular one gives you 3,000 when you add it to Soul. So it has a utility and can bump a few of your monsters, minions, whatever you want to call them, up to the 21,000 mark. So that's actually pretty nice. Good utility, and the draw is going to help your card advantage. Next up, the grade 1s. Now, wait a second, you said this is a Royal Paladin build, right? Well, alright, let's start. So, I ran Kagero grade 1s for multiple reasons. One is the issue of, I'm not running Barkole. I'm not trying to go for the Barkole combo. So, what's a good start? I could use Trumpeter, but really, that doesn't bring much to the table. So, I decided I was going to use Lizard Soldier Conroe. Conroe creates really good card advantage. With his ability, you counterblast 1, and you can search your deck for a grade 1 Kagero unit and put it onto your rear guard. Also, when you ride a Kagero on top of him, he gets put into your rear guard. So, you're getting multiple cards for 1, and that's actually really nice, and it helps you search out your key cards and your deck cyclers. Now, what's going to happen is you're probably going to want to go first turn of the game, because you don't want to attack. Because if you go into your triggers, it kind of messes you up, because you probably won't have any Royal Paladins on the field yet. But the thing I like about Kagero is the deck cycling. Flame of Hope Amaro allows you to, when you boost and you hit, you get to discard a card, draw a card. Dragon Monk Gojo has the same ability, except you rest him. Now, he's a 7k, he's going to help you boost your 9k units, and then Embodiment of Armor Bar and Little Sage Marin are here as your 8k grade 1s to help you boost to that 21 mark you're really looking for. And I think the utility overall will work pretty well. These are the only Kagero units in the deck, so after you ride to your grade 2s, it's really not going to affect you anymore. So that first turn in the game, be a little iffy, but I think it'll actually work out more consistent in the long run. Next up, our grade 2 lineup. We have 3 Blaster Blades, pretty standard. I decided not to go with 4. I find that usually I play him down, and I don't even pop his ability. He's searchable with Solitary Knight Gracelot, and we'll get into that later. 4 Knight of Silence Gallatin, standard 10k intercepting unit, works fairly well. And then I have 3 Knight of Truths. Now, I ran 3 of them. It's a 10k interceptor, and it's because, since this is a budget build, I'm not running any null shields. I'm not going to drop $20 for each of them. And so, I'm just running the 3, and boosted with one of our 6 8k grade 1s will work fairly well. It'll become a 16 unit and hit that magic number to force 10k shields. Lastly, let's get on to our grade 3s. Now, there's a couple proxies here. Forgive me. We have Knight of Convention Boars. The thing I like about Boars, you counterblast 1, he gains 3,000, boosted with one of our 6 8k units, he becomes a 2100 for 1 counterblast. This is going to force 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, give you good card advantage, and he's a pretty offensive unit. He works best as a rear guard, so I would kind of reserve him for that. Then, we have Crimson Butterfly Brigade. This is going to be your main vanguard. And the nice thing about Brigade is when you reveal a grade 3, he gets 5,000 till the end of battle. What this does is it creates a really unpredictable kind of attack value for your opponent, and they might overcompensate defensive-wise, and it might screw with them a little bit. He's a really nice card. He can get up to 2,600 and force 2 10k shields out of your opponent's hand, and they're going to do a lot to try to stop him. And even if they don't, his attacks will go through. If you hit one of the 6 crits, that'll work out just fine for you. And then Solitary Knight Gracelot. Now, Gracelot's kind of nice, because with his Counterblast, he gains 5k and an extra crit. Your opponent's going to probably use everything in their hand to block him. But the nice thing is, that, you know, it kind of forces the cards out of hand, and you have your rear guards to attack next turn for your next battles. The other thing I like about Gracelot is from your hand, you get to put them into your deck and search for your Blaster Blades. Now, I'm only running 3 Blaster Blades, and I'm not planning on using his ability that much, so what's the point of that? Well, since Brigit, when he reveals a grade 3, gets 5,000, this allows me to throw the Gracelots back into the deck, and I can actually fail my search. Now, even if you don't have any more Blaster Blades in your deck, you can still do the first part, and if you can't reveal a Blaster Blade, you skip on to shuffling your deck. So you're putting grade 3s back into your deck for Brigit to search out later. It kind of makes a really cool, kind of cool combo going on there. So, that's my budget deck. It's pretty cheap to make, and, you know, I'm going to test it out a little bit. Maybe make another video, a few little combos you can do. It's nice because almost all of your attackers can hit that 21 mark using the Markle. You can easily, if you reveal a grade 3 and a trigger off of Brigit, you can easily give away the 5k to one of your rear guards. And you're going to be hitting for a lot. It's kind of a power deck. Not straight aggression, but, you know, it's going to put a lot of pressure on your opponent when it builds up. And with the help of the Amoros, the Gojos, and the Lizard Soldier Conroe, it's kind of a unique build. And tell me what you think, guys. And I hope this has been helpful. Hope this is kind of giving you guys a few ideas. And keep building, keep testing. Have fun.